Hello and welcome to a new How Good Is video, this time not in the short style anymore, because we have a little bit more to talk about. We have the Sandslash here, both versions getting a new move for the community day. Normal Sandslash gets Night Slash, as you can see here, and the other version gonna get the Shadow Claw as a quick move like the ALOLAN SANDSLASH. How is this going to impact the Pokemon? How good are actually Sandshow? It's also something that a lot of people don't really see, but look at this. This goes close to 1500. The moves are amazing. The other Sandshow is even better, has even higher CP and looks even better, has a better typing. We're just going to take a look at the Great League real quick. We're going to take a better look afterwards as well. Don't worry about this. We're gonna see already, like, first moveset is always the old moveset, second moveset is the new moveset. Here it loses against Licky Tongue, for example, which does make sense, but it wins against Kofagigas with Shadow Claw, the ALOLAN SANDSLASH, which all makes a lot of sense. Because one type it's normal type, the other type is ghost type, so ghost types is super effective against the ghost, and not very effective against normal. Looking at the Sandslash, the normal Sandslash now, the Kanto, we see that it beats Stunfisk and things like this a little bit harder and easier, because usually on the calculation it baits, which is not always what you kind of want to do. It really depends on the situation. So yeah, then you win something against Jellicent, because now you have actually a super effective move against Jellicent. And yeah, the rest looks pretty similar. The Sandshrew, sadly, even though the moveset looks really cool, normal Sandshrew doesn't really have a lot of play. But the ALOLAN Sandshrew is actually looking better than the ALOLAN SANDSLASH here, in my opinion. It has a lot of potential. This thing is something that you definitely have to keep in mind and try to get when you, when we have this event. I think that should also spawn in the wild. You need a hundo for this, even best buddied, and this thing gonna be also really cool. Like, ALOLAN Sandshrew is always still one of the coolest Pokemon to use in Great League, even in Open Great League, and it's even better in restricted formats. In restricted formats, this Pokemon is sometimes one of the best Pokemon that you can use. Looking at Ultra League real quick, here you're gonna see again same first moveset, old moveset, second moveset, new moveset. Set ALOLAN first, then a normal Sandslash. And we're gonna see that, yeah, you see here on the ALOLAN SANDSLASH, you lose the matchup against Greedent, which does make sense. Normal type again, basically like Licky Tongue. On the right side, with the normal Sandslash, the Kanto Sandslash, you see that you lose a lot more matchups. This is like the thing. It has a Rock Tomb as a normal move otherwise instead of the Night Slash, and there is a bigger gap in the Ultra League meta where Rock type moves are very strong. For example, you have Talonflame that get hit super effective by it. You have Warren that get hit super effective by it. A Bomber Snow. There are a lot of Pokemon that really don't want to see rock type moves against them, so getting rid of this for Night Slash, which is more like a bait, makes sometimes more sense. It's also still not bad, but here it seems like that doesn't really help him too much. So is this community day no bad? I would say no. Let's take a look real quick into the Great League. Here we have the Great League as the Matrix mode, and you're gonna see how much you gain with both Pokemon in general in matchups. And you're gonna see here first, normal Sandslash without the move change has an average score of 408. That's like 500 is like neutral. You win like basically the same amount of game, like basically everything is neutral with 500. On average, and here you gain 330 points actually here on the average rating just by having Night Slash, which is pretty decent. And on the ALOLAN Sandslash you actually lose 2, but it always depends on the matchups and the metas you have. Both of them have definitely some play, which depends really on what you play and how the metas look like, and what kind of cups we're gonna have. So both mons most likely won't be as crazy as a Warrain in Great League. Like, this is something that you will not expect from those Pokemon, but both of the Pokemon definitely have potential with the new moves and restricted metas, and also sometimes in Great League depending on the team that you run. So it's definitely not a bad one. And we can also take a look at the same thing in the Ultra League, and we're gonna see here that the ALOLAN Sandslash actually gains a lot from the Shadow Claw, because we have a lot of Ghost and Psychic types in the meta for the Ultra League, like Cresselia, like the Giratina. Even though Giratina you also had super effective before with Powder Snow, but yeah. So you gain like 17 points there, while as I said before already, you lose some points on average for the normal Sandslash. Both need to be, by the way, fully XL nearly in the Ultra League there, because again, rock type coverage is very good. Here, for example, Umbreon, now you lose against it, but this is like the thing with calculations as well. I think it's actually still better than the moves that it had before, most likely, because here it just baits, where like usually where you would go for the Earthquake, it just baits with the Rock Tomb first turn, they always shield against it, which is like something that usually would never happen in the normal games. They, like for example against Umbreon, they just no-shield your Earthquake anyway. Like there's no reason really for them to shield this. So it's not always like the true thing what you see here. But it's still definitely something that you should get. The Sandshrew, Alolan Sandshrew, is even better than the evolutions, which is kind of funny, but hey. But both of them are definitely Pokemon you should get for Great League and for Ultra League, just to have it for Special Cups, and I think they're definitely going to have a lot of play in the future. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, a little bit longer. See you in the next video, have a great rest of your day, bye.